Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, and thank you all for the subscriptions. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you all here. I'm honored. Um, Entrances into throwing. Okay, the first thing I want you guys to think about with throwing, the judo throw, Shuai Chiao, whatever throw you're using, whatever style to get into the throws that you're using. I read a long time ago. I read it was probably 20 some years ago, maybe longer. That I read that Helio Gracie, the father of Gracie Jiu Jitsu, took throws out of Jiu Jitsu, and he said the reason he took the throws out of Jiu Jitsu was they don't work. I couldn't agree with him anymore. They do not work for that particular art. Okay, you really have to loosen a person up in order to throw them. All right, you're not. If I had a crash dummy right here with me right now, and I try to throw him and he resists it, there's no way I can throw him. Okay, I can try that and try and go back the opposite way. I might get him on the ground, but I'm not going to slam him the way that he should be slammed. All right, so it makes a lot of sense to me. And when I read that, I started thinking to myself, well, I started questioning my own throwing capabilities. And what I discovered was, and I always teach like this, is that you have to tenderize the meat before you cook it. Okay, so you just can't take a steak out of the refrigerator. Maybe it's already thawed, and throw it on there. You need to tenderize it. All right. Most people, when they go to tenderize in a fight or a self-defense situation, they throw hand grenades and bombs. Okay, instead of hitting them with bullets. All right, in order to tenderize them. If I'm going to tenderize a steak, I'm not going to take a mallet or a heavy sledgehammer kind of thing and whack it. All right, I'm going to tenderize it by poking it. All right, it's the same analogy that teacher would say. He would say if a tiger is fighting an elephant, he doesn't go straight up with the elephant. He gets a bite, gets out, gets a bite, get out, until he can bring the elephant down, and then he can go in for the kill. So it's the tenderizing that has to take place. All right. A lot of times Grandmaster Chang would, before he would throw, like say a shoulder throw, basic shoulder throw, he would come in and catch with that elbow. And you think about it, this is after he might have tenderized the person, moved out of the way, have to hit or whatever, and then come in for the throw at that point. Hip throw, basic hip throw, you guys, where you're here and you're throwing someone, or you're lifting from underneath with an underhook and you're throwing. Grandmaster Chang would slam the hip into the groin prior to throwing. All right. There was a guy who, on one night at Shuai School in the advanced class, he couldn't throw this brown belt, and he said, man, Steve, how do you get this? And I can see the guy's just resisting. He wasn't, he wasn't being compliant with his partner, so he was resisting the throw, which quite naturally anybody could do. All right, so what I did was I flicked with the fingernails. All right, wham, and I hit his groin, and as soon as he felt that strike to his groin and bowed down, I slammed him. All right, so it takes tenderizing in order to get that entrance, though. Okay, I'm not just going to get that entrance without tenderizing. Maybe I get that entrance and I get like a Muay Thai hold, or a plum hold, or whatever it's called. But there, a lot of people will just hold. All right, It's a matter of bringing those elbows in and closing that hold, all right, in order to get the knees in. And maybe I get one knee and I throw. Maybe I shake him up and get the throw, okay? So, but I look at, I don't even want to get into the entrance until I've tenderized that meat. Maybe I've got a couple of good solid thigh kicks in, a couple of good strikes, bam, where I'm moving out and catching the jawline or what have you, the ribs or whatever. Now he's getting tenderized. Now he does something stupid where he tries to throw a big bomb at me, and I can get inside of it and then just take that momentum and just keep him going and put him on his forehead. All right, so this is what it takes to get the entrance, is to tenderize a person. And how? You keep moving. I said that a couple of weeks ago about, if as long as you're moving, you're winning. All right, as long as you're moving, you're winning. Now, as long as you're moving and not doing anything, you're not winning. All right, you have to stop that aggression, and you stop that aggression by hitting him with some bullets. You know, I should probably say this, maybe the algorithm and YouTube's thinking I'm talking real bullets, but I'm talking about, instead of dropping bombs, I'm hitting with lighter shots that are taking their toll. All right, and then I start throwing, I start getting the caliber up higher. All right, I would love to get into more throws and things, but I don't have a partner, and so it's very difficult. But the one thing to keep in mind is, whatever entrance you're doing, all right, say I did just a basic 1-2, and then the punch came a right and I fade back, all right, I do a 1-2, now he's coming in and I fade back to get a shoulder throw or something, whatever. All right, whatever I'm doing, I don't want to always throw the person. It's 20 times to 1. All right, 20 times I get in, I get the position, I maybe lift the person, but I do not throw. Okay, I want to practice that technique first, and I want to do that 20 times to every one time that I throw, because if you're continually throwing, you're not going to slam the person. You're putting yourself in a habit of flipping them. All right, and that's something that, especially in Shuai Chiao, the beauty of Shuai Chiao is the brutality. All right, and the using the ground on my team, and it's 2 against 1 because I want that ground to help me. All right, so that's it for today. I will let you guys go, and I have a car coming, so peace be with you.